This is Dan Dicks here reporting for Press for Truth. Today is Saturday, June 14th. This is one of the big days for the meeting. It looks like they're starting to secure the area, potentially for the Bilderberg members to be taking a boat ride. There's a whole bunch of police boats going around. I've heard divers are already scoping out the area, and we're going to see if we can figure out where they're going to be going. Every year on this day, midway through, they take the entire group on some sort of a tour, usually like to a museum or a library or something like that. But any minute now, about 125 of these guys are going to be coming out here and hopping on a boat, and we'll see what we can get. So this guy just walked up to me and snapped my picture. Some reason. All right, guys, there's apparently a large demonstration that's taking place right now, not far from where the Grand Hotel is. So I'm gonna head over there now and check it out. Hopefully there's a big turnout. Okay, wow. Already seems like a lot more people than I expected.
Höga damerna och kanske lilla Uffe också kan se oss klart och tydligt från Grand Hotel där vi springer in till Karl XII och det kommer hållas tal där. Rädda Sverige! Krossa Bilderberg! Sveriges riksdag! Folkets lag! Vi säger nej! Bilderberg ska ha! Vi säkrar vår frihet! Korrumperar vår lag! Men folket reser sig dag för dag!
We got a pretty big protest going on here. At least a couple hundred people. Kudos to the Swedes. I mean, nicely done. The fact that there's this many people here who are aware of who this group is and is willing to come out says a lot. Well done, Sweden. All right, guys, so we got this massive Bilderberg march on their way to the Bilderberg Hotel. Again, we're looking at around a couple hundred people who got a permit to do this. So, surprisingly, probably maybe more like 300 or 400 people, which again, pretty impressive that they can get this many people to come out to a Bilderberg conference. Love to see it. I heard a police officer say that there's about apparently 500 people here at this particular protest. Yeah, the crowd is huge. There's at least 500 people. And it's great to see, you know, because it was like a decade ago when we started getting large crowds coming out to Bilderberg protests, like in 2012. And that's why I called my documentary film on the Bilderberg group The Turning Point, because it felt like it was a changing, a time when, you know, Bilderberg was being exposed like none other before, and, you know, hundreds of people were coming out, hundreds of journalists, and all of a sudden that kind of changed. That slowed down. It got to the point where there was only, you know, 3 or 4 of us showing up over the last like decade. But here in Sweden, this whole movement seems to be growing again. You know, this is huge. 500 people showing up to a Bilderberg protest in Sweden. Fantastic. Well, guys, I got a whole bunch of speakers going on right now, again in front of a crowd of around 400 or 500 people at least, and some of them want me to speak. So I guess I'm going to hop up there and say a few words. Don't know what I'm going to say yet, but we'll let it flow. But just the fact that there's this many people willing to come out here and protest is so inspiring that I'm going to take the stage and encourage these guys to keep this energy going. I think I'm up next.
Men nu ska jag faktiskt byta till engelska. We have a secret guest speaker here today. He's come all the way from Canada. He's a dedicated free media journalist. He's been camping outside the Grand Hotel for these last couple of days. He's been confronting the people of power. and he has a very big channel called Press for Truth. It is none other than Mr. Dan Dicks, who's going to take the stage for a lot of quick speech before he has to leave, and keep following them when they leave for the Bilderberg dinner tonight.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Hello, Sweden. Can I get a hello to everybody in international and Canadians? Fantastic. This is so awesome. It's amazing to see this many people coming out here in Sweden. This is exactly what we need more of. This is exactly the kind of thing that these guys fear the most. You know, it was the first time I covered Bilderberg was in 2006. This is 19 years ago now. And back then, there was maybe 10 protesters, maybe 5 journalists. And look how far we've come over the last 19 years. You know, in 2012 and 2013, we had a lot of people show up. But that sort of fizzled out over time, and people stopped coming. But look how many people are here in now. It seems that Sweden is reviving the movement, so give you guys a big hand of applause. This is fantastic. You know, the reason why these guys fear this is because their entire system is set up in a pyramidal structure of control. And they see themselves at being at the top. But what they don't understand is that we are the ones who make up the base of this pyramid of power. And when we can get enough people to represent, let's say, one little brick in the bottom corner of the pyramid, well, what happens when you remove one brick from the bottom corner of the pyramid? The entire system comes crashing down, and that's exactly what we need to do. We need to be that bottom brick in the pyramid and let this whole system come crashing down. So that's what inspires me to be here. This is what I hope you guys are going to do. And I would ask that when you leave here today, let's continue this very same energy that we have right now in exposing the global elite. When you go home, let's not let it end. Let's let this continue. And maybe I'll see you next year at the next Bilderberg, and we can continue to grow this movement even bigger than it is today. Am I right? Because when we do, and we get enough people to represent that bottom brick in the pyramid, we're going to step outside of their system of control. No more biometric ID, no more using their banks, no more voting for them in. When we do that, the entire system is going to crash, and mighty will be its fall. So I hope you guys will join me. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to check out more, you can visit pressfortruth.ca if you want to check out more of my work. But I'm going to get back now to exposing the Bilderberg group. So you guys keep up the fantastic work. Thank you.
Also need to be telling it's Mr. Dan's birthday today, so happy birthday Dan Dicks! Och nu går vi tillbaka till att köra lite svenska.
Well, that was fun. Didn't really know what I was going to say, but when you just let it flow and you've got the truth inside of you, it just comes, and it was great. I got a nice little gift, Press for Truth bracelet for my birthday. Good times here in Stockholm, Sweden. Josh has graciously offered to carry my backpack. It's like 40 pounds probably, and because it's my birthday. Trying to make my birthday a little more enjoyable, although I'm here confronting globalists, so I don't know how much better it could get. So Josh and Joseph are confronting some guys right now, and it looks like they've got security coming up pretty quick. Who was it?
Şimşek, Mehmet Şimşek, the finance minister of Turkey.
Looks like they might be beginning to secure the entire area, potentially, for the upcoming boat ride. So I'll be ready for that.
Hello. Can you give us any comment about the 2025 meeting?
You're always so beautifully dressed, Sir John.
Yes.
You inspire us.
So the guy with the bald head right there is the CEO of Spotify having his own little meeting. I think this is when a lot of the things get done. When a couple of these guys are not even in the hotel. This is where the official meeting is. But they're hanging out at a bar. Joseph Philip Daniel is going to film them. Mr. Eck,
Hello, sir.
care to tell us?
Be careful. How the Bilderberg meeting is going, sir? Any comment?
So again, pretty sure that's the CEO of Spotify, and as I said, it's often the conversations that are not happening around the meeting table, but it's in fact the conversations that happen at the bar where the real networking and the real decisions are made. All right, guys, it looks like they've officially closed off the area to allow all the Bilderberg members onto this big boat. There used to be pedestrians walking along this path here. They've just blocked that off, so it looks like our intuition was correct. They're going to be bringing them all out here for a good old walk of shame. We'll get them all on footage as they enter this boat. A lot of Swedish media here to document this, which is definitely nice to see as well.
Police boats.
Police on a Sea-Doo telling this boat can't go that way. Because, as we said, Bilderberg members are about to hop onto that boat. So these guys have just been turned around. And here they come. Good old-fashioned walk of shame. A whole bunch of Bilderbergers on their way to dinner. Again, we got about 125 members about to board this boat. A lot of press here covering it. That looks like Larry Summers with the lady in the pink. That's in the green, Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams.
Ms. Abrams!
There's Albert Bourla.
Yeah, it does. It does look like Albert Bourla with the lady in red. The Matrix lady. Let's see if we could spot Freeland. Just gotta look for that frumpy shape and we'll find her. Maybe a red dress, her classic. That is her, in red. Why is she always wearing red? Move out of the way. There she is. That's gotta be her. Short, red, frumpy. That's Christia.
Oh, is that Stoltenberg with Freeland are together there.
Mr. Stoltenberg!
Bilderberg just got on the boat with Freeland. Interesting. Going for a nice globalist boat ride. Seems to be all of them. A couple stragglers still rolling in. here they are. And off they sail to have a dinner time discussion to decide the fate of the world. So there they go, guys. Again, they're on their way to have a dinner. Like I said, I think a lot of the real discussions happen at these particular meetings, you know, when they can discuss things completely off the record. Obviously Bilderberg is, but I think it's when you sit around the bar on the boat where the inner circle of the inner circle will begin to determine if you are worthy of being brought into the club or not. You know, I think probably around 70 or 80% of the people who are on this boat are not into, you know, any kind of a new world order agenda. They're not doing anything nefarious, but certainly probably 15 to 20% of them do understand that they're trying to build a one world government, a one world religion, a one world cash system, a one world army to police everybody who's going to have a problem with it. And this is exactly the place where these things happen. That's why we come. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here in Stockholm, Sweden, to cover this. So they're off to dinner right now, and so am I. Guys, stay tuned for my coverage. I'm here for a couple more days. Tomorrow is the final day. Today was quite an interesting day. Gave that impromptu speech. That was fun. But I think it's time for me to go for dinner as well. And honestly, I wouldn't want to spend today, my birthday, any other way than by confronting the globalists who are basically deciding the fate of the world for you and me. So yeah, good times here in Stockholm, Sweden, guys. Stay tuned for more coverage coming soon here in Stockholm for the annual 2025 Bilderberg conference. Oh yeah, and if anyone feels so inclined, if you want to send me a little birthday gift, a great way to do that is at the Go Get Funding campaign, which is located right there in the top of the description, or you can go to pressfortruth.ca/donate. Thank you so much, everybody, to everyone who has contributed, and if you are going to contribute in that way, again, it's greatly appreciated, guys. I can't do this work without you. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.